काफी टैलेंटेड है आपकी बेटी।
सर बड़ी होकर इंडिया के लिए खेलना चाहती है। उसके फ्यूचर के लिए अभी से मैंने सेविंग भी स्टार्ट कर दी है।
फ्यूचर की बात है तो सिर्फ उसे नहीं, आपको भी मैदान में उतरना पड़ेगा।
मुझे?
इनका मतलब है म्यूचुअल फंड्स के मैदान में सिर्फ सेविंग्स नहीं, हर महीने म्यूचुअल फंड्स में भी इन्वेस्ट कीजिए।
वरना आपकी बेटी तो बड़ी होगी,
पर उसके लिए सेव किए हुए पैसे शायद उतने ही रह जाएंगे।
सही है सर।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
It started, so there's a cricket club that's like literally based just behind my house. So one night when I was about 5, me and my family just went down, had a little look, see what was going on, and it was just like a junior training night. So my parents kind of sat, watched me, my brother and sister play a bit of cricket. At the time they were just like younger, they weren't actually involved, and I was like 5 or 6, so just starting out softball stuff, and from there joined the Cheshire setup, the under 11s, or sorry, no, the under 13s. After playing like age group stuff with the boys and the girls at my club for the first couple of years, and that's like minor county, and then from that team got into Thunder Academy, Lancashire Academy, and then from there just carried on playing for them, and then got picked up in the senior team, Lancashire senior team, and then and that was 2 years ago, and then last November I got my first professional contract with Lancs, 2-year deal to play full time there, which I have been doing for the last year. And then alongside that, joined the Scotland setup in 2022, at the start of the year, just before the first 19 qualifiers. We went to Holland, qualified for the 19 World Cup, went to under 19 World Cup in South Africa in 2023, which is brilliant. And then we sort of started doing stuff with the senior squad around that time as well. And then I missed out on the qualifiers because I had a stress fracture in my back, the most recent ones, when they qualified, and then back fit and got picked to come to this World Cup. So here we are. Yeah, I thought watching at home, it was brilliant. The noticeable thing was just like confidence and just like the belief that we as a team had. You could see it from an outsider's perspective, which was brilliant. And I knew the confidence everyone had, having not been in camp with them. I think they obviously took quite a lot of momentum and positivity from the previous tour that we did. The one that I went on, which I remember was brilliant, Desert Springs versus Ireland. Won a couple of games there, got a bit of confidence, a bit of belief that actually they might be a full combination, but we could beat them. And I knew that, and sort of they knew going into the competition, and from an outsider's perspective, we knew that the Ireland game would be the big game. And I was a bit nervous watching it, I'm not gonna lie, back home, but started off really well. They ended up being like 20-4, and I just knew that we were going to do it, and then we qualified, and it was just brilliant to watch. Yeah, domestic cricket in England is a little bit different. Like, there's obviously more players, like more involvement from the girls' side, so there's obviously a lot of competition, probably more so than in Scotland at the moment. So I think having played the academy and then also the senior side, I reckon it's competition for places, competition to get inside. That's just a little bit more advanced than it would be up north, but I think they're getting there, and as you say, like Super Series, stuff like that, it will improve off the back of more players playing and more players joining clubs. But yeah, I'd say just a little bit of competition at the moment. In the next year or so, just playing as much as I can. Like, obviously, being full-time, you play a lot already, but just like as much game time as possible for both Thunder and Scotland. And there's a couple qualifiers and there's a couple big tournaments coming up for ranks in Scotland again, so it's just like getting to semis and finals for them and just like trying to pick up some silver, I reckon, for both teams.